Maybe 2 minutes to the time. Maybe it's 2 minutes, 1 minute to 7. Then anybody on pressure. Just the way very well for me. Because I don't, these other people now, I don't know what to do about them.
I see that we are having our guests joining gradually. It's almost 7 p.m. and we are live. All right. Okay, thank you. Reminder, send reminder, go to the WhatsApp group. Okay. All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. It depends on where you're watching me from. In Nigeria today, it is 7 p.m. and my name is Sylvesterebhonu, and I'm glad to be your host and the convener of the Break It Down initiative. Today, we are going to be having conversations about what the future holds for us. So I think I should just show you that for a moment. Today we are going to be brainstorming. We are going to be having really strong, deep discussions about the minds that we need to develop, the skills that we need to acquire for what is coming. And then somebody would be asking right now, what is actually coming? Now, that is the reason why we are having these conversations. I understand that we have people watching from different parts of the world, especially in Africa. I can see one of my very good venerables is here, Venerable Agogene. Thank you for being here. You say he's waiting to be part of it. And then my very good friend Mark Steven is here. Thank you for joining. So what I'm going to be doing now, I see that we have a couple of persons who have just joined this live stream. If you just joined this live stream, we're about starting. All I need you to do is in the comment section, tell us your name and where you're watching from. That will help us to know that you're here with us. So we don't just keep talking and assume that there's no one here with us. So please tell us your name and where you're watching from. For instance, I'm going to put a comment here right now. My name is Sylvester, and I am watching. Sylvester, I'm watching from Delta State. So I'm watching from, oh God, I made a mistake in that comment. So my name is Sylvester and I'm watching from Delta State. Um, okay, Mark says he's watching from Jos. Mark says he's watching from Jos. All right, so I would really love to see all this. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know where you're watching from, and we'll get right into it. Immediately you coming into the video, please mention your name in the live chat section and let us know where you're watching from. Also, I would like to specify here that I won't be handling this live session myself. I'm going to be handling this live session alongside Christabel, who is the usher for our online programs, like most people who have been following us already know. So you'll be seeing her. She will be doing some moderation and ushering in the live chat area so we can focus on the event. Secondly, I also have very sound speakers and panelists that will be joining us today. So quickly, I want to let us know that right here we have Haliru, Ramatu. They are behind the stage right now. And we have a couple of others. But before that, I want to let us just give you a recap of some of the things that we have been doing. Since February, the Digital Librarian brand has been doing its best to empower professionals and students on what is coming, on how to leverage artificial intelligence in their work and in their research for productivity. But today, it's a different ball game. We now see that there are a lot of people who are leveraging these tools already right now. So our focus is not just to be using this tool, but we want to start thinking, what does the future actually hold for us? Are we going to lose our jobs due to AI? These are some of the things we are going to be looking. Just last week, I had the opportunity to teach some of my subscribers how to write and generate content leveraging on ChatGPT and Bing. It doesn't stop there. Just about 2 weeks before then, we also organized an artificial intelligence masterclass. And since that class, the lives of a lot of people have changed for good. We keep receiving feedback and about people who have gotten to another level of productivity and performance in the work that they do. So because of all this, we were motivated and inspired by a book. We were inspired by a book titled 5 Minds for the Future. 5 Minds for the Future. I'm going to show you that book right now. The book is on the screen. 5 Minds for the Future is written by Howard Gardner. Gardner is a sociologist, and this book is everything you need to start thinking future, start thinking deep. When I picked up this book from my library at the Admiralty University of Nigeria Library, by the way, I'm a staff of the university. So I borrowed this book in the year 2021. And what I found in this book is mind-blowing. In this book, after everything I learned from this book, I decided to share the knowledge with a lot of other people. And what I learned in that book is, number one, that in the future, one of the minds that we need is not the digital literate mind, like many people think. It is not digital literacy that will make you stand out in the future. In that book, Gardner explains that we need the disciplined mind. I believe you can see this on your screen. As time goes on, when I introduce my speakers, we are going to look at other minds that we need to cultivate for the future. This conversation we are having right now is going to spur a lot of opinions, a lot of thoughts. So I want us to please stay back, and then there are a lot of things you are going to draw from this conversation. So once again, my name is Sylvester, the digital librarian, your convener and host. And I want to quickly show to us our guests. They are all here right now. I'm bringing them live on stage. We have Monisola is here. Monisola Osoba. Monisola, good evening.
Good evening,
Yes.
Digital Librarian.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, Itunu Oluwa. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. The Digital Librarian.
Okay, good evening, Robert. Please, somebody's mic is echoing. Somebody's mic is echoing. Good evening, Robert. Norbert, good evening.
Oh, good evening, the Digital Librarian. Everyone.
Ramatsu, good evening. Good to see you.
Oh, good evening. Good to see you, Digital Librarian. Nice to be part of this program.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. I know despite all that you have to do, you have all taken out time to be here today because of the importance of the topic we are all here to discuss today. future thinking. It's not everyone you see that have that mind to think future. And you have made out time to say, yes, we have to think future. We have to have this conversation. And I really appreciate that you are here to have that conversation with me on this platform. So to get started with, I want to invite Itunu, first of all. Itunu will be coming on board to give us a foundation. Let us have something to talk about, first of all. Itunu is a graduate of Library and Information Science. She is an emotional intelligence expert. She thrives in the area of relationship, and then she's an emotional activist with a deep passion for fostering healthy connections. Please, my dear panelists, can you excuse me? Let me just quickly bring just Itunu on board while I just introduce her to everyone. Just remain backstage, please. Okay, so this is Itunu, everyone. Itunu, I just got to meet Itunu recently. She specializes in helping people to navigate their emotional lives and helping them to cultivate fulfilling relationships. And she's had years of experience in a commitment to promoting emotional well-being. And she offers listening ears. She's great at that. I've had a conversation with her. And together, I believe today we are going to be embarking on a journey towards understanding and towards emotional empowerment. And why is this important to have Itunu here with us today? For those of us who are joining, I know some of us will be expecting that this conversation we want to have today will be about digital skills. It will be about artificial intelligence, how we need to be smart, how we need to operate artificial intelligence and all that. But can I burst some bubbles, please? The skills that we need in the future will not be about digital skills only. We've been hearing about digital skills. The skills that we will need in the fifth generation will be more of human intelligence, emotional intelligence, the ability to critically think, the ability to problem solve. So those are the skills that I see that we will need in the future. And I don't want to be saying a lot today. I am just going to be relaxing here and hear our panelists expose us and give us different perspectives of what they think is coming in the future and the minds that we need to acquire and skills we need to get. So with a digital clapping ovation, if you are here, please welcome Itunu with your clap. Let me see your hands and I'll feature your comments right here. So Itunu, the floor is yours. You are welcome.
Thank you so much, the digital librarian. Okay, good evening once again. Itunu Oluwaderemi, just like he has said, and yeah, he already stated a lot of things about me. And I want to crave your indulgence. I believe that I don't know it all, right? So in whatever thing I might say today, if you have any question or anything, please you can just signify. And if you are not clear on certain things, we can talk it out. And please just note that I don't know it all. We are still learning. So I think the first thing for me, when I saw the topic, the first thing for me was future. Like everyone is always looking forward to what the future holds. We are not certain, we don't know what we are going to meet in the nearest future. Even tomorrow, you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. But I think the first thing that we should take note of, and one thing we should always be willing to do or to have, is the growth mindset. If at all you will not agree with anything, there is need for us to constantly motivate ourselves to open our mind to growth, because growth is an essential part of us. Okay, take for instance, we were once a baby, we were once a toddler, and as time went by, or as time, yes, so we started growing up, we started becoming this this version of us that we are seeing now. It started from a level where we didn't know how to do, how to act, how to behave. We didn't even know how to speak. It started from us saying all these little words, and it started from us going to school to learn, starting from the days of ABC. It was the fact that we were willing to grow. And if you see over time, from one stage to the other, I started moving from that stage to the other up until the level you are in right now. So I believe the growth mindset is the key aspect of a man's life. If you are not willing to grow beyond the level in which you are, then you are not really going anywhere, and you just become something else. So, one major key part to prepare for the future is to have the growth mindset. It helps you to believe in your ability and in your intelligence. And I feel like if you are willing to grow, like you keep making waves even beyond your imagination. But if you're just the type that says, oh, let me just relax, I don't kuku know what this future will hold, let me just sit back and watch, it is not a good thing to do. And you just realize that you are wasting away time when you could have easily achieved so many things. So the key aspect of this is the growth mindset. You need to be able to grow. You need to adapt to growth. And the second thing I would be saying is on adaptability and flexibility. I mean, if you cannot adapt to things, or if you are not flexible enough, you will not go far. Talk about you learning, rigorous learning. If you are the type that you are comfortable with where you are and you don't want to stretch beyond your current level or beyond the current limit you are in, then there is a problem. Because I believe that when you are flexible enough, you take in more, you help yourself to get better. So there is need for you to be able to adapt to things and to be flexible, learn, unlearn, relearn. There are certain things you will learn at a time, but these things are you can hear it later on that, oh, this is not the way it's supposed to be. Don't be so fixated to a particular decision. Don't think, oh, just because this is how I know it, this is how it should be. It doesn't have to evolve around you. You need to be able to adapt and be flexible enough to learn. Because even if you have a growth mindset and you're not flexible enough and you don't easily want to accommodate what others have in mind, you would not go far. These things I'm actually saying might feel like, is it a skill? Is it even worth it? Why do I need to have all these skills for future purposes? But trust me, the world we are in is rapidly growing and you need to navigate it. But these are the things you need to navigate. Talk about talking to someone like probably a colleague or even a one-on-one conversation with whoever you're conversing with. Talk about your family, your friends. You need all of these skills. These are soft skills. Yes, we don't see it with our eyes. There are some that we might have to like come across, but these are like innate skills. These are things you need to constantly remind yourself. These are things you need to constantly remind yourself that you need to inculcate. So I would advise that we do that. And then we have the critical thinking. You you'd agree with me that this life that we are in is quite competitive. There's competition, right? be right, left, front, back, even right where you are. Beside yourself, there's a competition. So what will keep you going as an individual? Let's not even talk about as a team right now. What will keep you growing is your ability to think critically, fast, the way you have the passion, the thirst for knowledge, and your ability to stay right on track. Like you are being updated with the latest trend in town. I'm not saying, oh, this, I'm not talking about my material things right now. I'm not saying all these very far out things right now, but I mean, okay, this topic is a new thing in town now. Who everybody is focusing on. Hey, hi, what is it about? Oh, there's this noise about chat GPT. I know quite a number of us, even as a youth, I know a lot of my friends that they've not heard of chat GPT. And you and I don't know, a lot of people will probably be able to relate. You and I know how much we've heard about this thing. Even social media, they are not quiet about it. But a lot of people are not ready to adapt and they are not ready. This is just what I talked about in the adaptability and flexibility that I mentioned. Okay, we've heard so many disadvantages about it. We've had, and I'm sure the digital librarian has something in store for us pertaining to that. But just think about it. There is something that is going to help you to be more knowledgeable, to be fast in your thinking. But you are fixated on the fact that no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Have you even tried it? Have you even checked it out? Do you even know how this thing works? There's a different thing when you know how it works, and there's an argument. You would even say, ah, yes, I don't even agree with it. I don't like it at all. You'll be able to. There's this confidence that comes with or with you arguing the right way when you know what you actually what they're talking about. It's a different thing when you just have, let me say, a little or no idea about it. But there's a confidence that comes with it. There's a boast that comes with you knowing what you're saying, and because you've experienced it over time, you're able to you are able to like communicate what you mean, and whether or not they agree, you've made your point known. So this is where critical thinking comes in. You should be able to critically analyze a lot of things. You should be able to continue learning, evaluate different perspective, evaluating different objective informed decision. You should be able to know that, okay, this is what I should do, this is what I should not do. Okay, if I do it this way, what will be the result? What's the advantage, what's the disadvantage of this result? Trust me, there is really no manual to life, but you have the keypad to your life. So whatever you use your life to do is left to you. And this race that we're talking about, this future we're talking about, is a one-man thing. If you as an individual, you're not ready to adapt, you're not ready to grow, you're not ready to critically think of your next line of action, you should be able to know what you are doing, the repercussion of what you're doing, the benefit of what you're doing, the consequence of what you're doing. All of these things would help you, and it will constantly help you to be a better person. So I believe this and many more. And the most important thing, I'm a big fan of this. And in the introduction, the digital librarian mentioned, he said something about me being a relationship enthusiast, someone that helps to navigate emotional well-being, activates your self-esteem and your emotional wellness. I am big on emotional intelligence. I believe so much in you knowing who you are, what you are here for. Everyone as an individual has a purpose. You have why you are here. You you have a reason. There's a reason why you are in this world. I don't want to sound so, let's not digress into the spiritual aspect, right? But I believe that as an individual, we all have a part to play. And if you are not, if you don't have that emotional intelligence, you would probably miss track on a lot of things because as a person, you yourself, you are not whole. I am a preacher of self-awareness. And what do I mean by being self-aware? You knowing who you are, you understanding who you are, why you are here. Yes, I know there are a lot. I'm a victim of a lot of things pertaining to. I used to have low self-esteem when I was younger. I I didn't I didn't grow up with my parents, so to say. So when I see other people with their parents and all of that, if I feel somehow, and I feel like, oh, I'm missing out on this. And in one way or the other, I started seeing that this thing started drawing me back in such a way that I barely talk. I don't like talking in the whole, like, what's it called? But I'm just saying that emotional intelligence would help you boost your self-awareness, your self-esteem. This personal growth would help you with whatever you want to see in future, because you cannot, how would you tell a sick person to come and start dancing? Is it possible? Even if the person wants to dance safe, I mean the person's passion is dancing. The fact that the person is currently not in a well state, like the person is not agile at the moment, the person will not be able to do that. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Itonu, we would like to round up this session now so that we can bring up the panelists so that we have a discussion.
No,
We
okay.
wanted you to get us started on to prepare our minds for this.
Oh, all
So
right.
I would
Sorry.
like you to quickly just put a rounding up
Oh,
statement so
all right.
we can.
So
Will be coming up next, and then we'll have every other panelist
okay, all right.
to give us insight into the future.
All right. So one other thing I would want to say is adapting to the technology literacy. The world we are in now is vastly growing in technology. And if you are not up to date in that aspect, you'll be losing out on a lot of things. So pertaining to technology, there's so many things to do. There's so many skills to involve yourself in. You should not be left behind. Like, don't sit behind and just wait for one opportunity to come your way. Technology, these are skills you can learn in the corner of your room. These are things you can easily figure out right on your phone. We all have mobile phones. You don't necessarily have to have so much gadgets to work. So I believe that these little skills, I'm sorry, I want to digress a little bit. So where can I talk please? Sorry. Just 1 minute. So I have a friend that was telling me when we were back in school, I was telling her, let's go to the library, let's learn like digital library, let's see what is going on, how to search for information, do this key, like do this course, take this course online. She said no. When we got to the field now, she was telling me recently that please can I come and teach her something on a particular thing. I was like, this thing that we've done in school back then and I told you to do. Just because of your own negligence, you decided not to do it then. Please don't be like that, my friend. Anything you have to do, take it up part time. Yes, it's not easy. This life doesn't even come easy. But whatever you have to do, do it part time and do it on time. So let me stop here while we continue with the other panelists. Thank you, sir. Oh, I can't hear you. I think your mic.
Okay. Pardon me. I didn't know my mic was turned off. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tinu. Thank you for giving us a very soft foundation to start on. Because, yeah, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
we can hear you.
So thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. If there were lessons I have drawn from what you have said, there is need for us to be able to think critically. Critical thinking, you mentioned self-awareness. So all these are in line with what we're expecting in the future. Please, we're going to take this conversation gradually. Now, Itunu has deliberately come in this line because of what is coming. Tosin is coming on board quickly, very soon now, to give us an idea of what we should be expecting in the coming years. So, but before then, Itunu has done well by giving us a foundation of one very important thing. It is the ability to be aware of yourself, self-awareness. It is emotional intelligence, ability to control yourself. And then uh, she talked about adaptability and flexibility. And then she talked about the willingness to grow. So if anyone is taking notes right now, you should have taken up to 5 key things that you need to arm yourself with in preparation for the future. So this is not a conversation where we start doing some practical to show you how to use a particular tool. If you joined from the beginning, you would understand when I told you that we have done a lot of practicals teaching people how to use artificial intelligence and other tools. Now we need to focus on our future and what we need to do. Immediately after Tosin gives us an idea of what is coming, there's a video I want to play for you. And that video, I hope, will provoke everyone here to take their future very seriously. And before this video ends, I also want to note that I'm going to be showing everyone that is present here live a practical session of how you can use artificial intelligence to generate images. I know some people want to see that. I'm going to show you how to use artificial intelligence to generate images. And those of you who already know how to generate images, apart from showing you how to do that, I'm going to show you something else you don't know. I'm going to show you how to use those images to make money for yourself. How you can make at least in Nigeria currency, you can make a close to about 20,000 naira per image that you generate with AI. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that in this video. So what I want to recommend is if you know any friend, anyone that you care about right now, share this video with them because we are going to be giving some value as this video progresses. Share this video, drop your comments, let us know where you're watching from and what you're learning so far. So please, I want to welcome my brother, my friend, Mr. Tosin. Mr. Tosin, good evening. How are you?
I'm very well. Good evening, sir.
Yes, it's good to really have you here. I understand you had some challenges coming here. Tosi is a digital librarian, and I'm proud to introduce him as that. Tosin is also a lecturer. Tosin is a research expert. He's an artificial intelligence enthusiast, and he's also very passionate about libraries, and he's an SDG advocate. Today, I am glad to have Tosin with us, and he's going to be showing up, exposing our mind briefly for the next 3 minutes. Tosin is just going to give us a background of what is coming so that we can begin to have this conversation. Tosin, what is coming?
Something big is coming.
Wow.
And in fact, might be bigger than what you actually expect. Okay, I will just try as much as possible not to be rude on this platform, but I'm going to provoke us to actually thinking outside the box. Okay, for everyone who is still sitting on the fence, whether or not to embrace the potentials of digital literacy, the potentials of information technology, the potentials of artificial intelligence, that person should have a rethink tonight. Because times are coming when some persons are going to be left behind. Okay, and this set of persons that are going to be left behind are those who will not take serious and deliberate steps into acquiring skills and placing themselves on a global map where they will remain relevant. Okay, now let me just provoke our thinking. In a not so far distance time from now, let's say by 2025, there's going to be more of robots attending to us at supermarkets, attending to us at shopping malls, attending to us at restaurants, attending to us at coffee cafes and the rest. Now the thing is, where are we as a person? Where are we as Nigerians on the global map? Okay, now times are running so fast that it's very soon we're going to have people who will be operating out of this hemisphere. Okay, we already have people who have plans by 2076 or thereabouts. We're going to have thousands of people living in planet Mars. That is to say that planet Earth will no longer be a place, a dwelling place for them, and there are plans for that already. Okay, now there's something big also coming, which I've actually looked at as, and I term it as surrogate bodies. Okay, there are times where you probably, because of the nature of your job or what you do, you might want to allow this your physical body to rest at home and allow your surrogate body. Surrogate is just a word used in place of. That's what's the meaning of surrogate. Now, this surrogate has your features. It walks like you. The body talks like you. The body has the kind of emotional intelligence you have, your intelligence quotient, your social vibes, as it were. Your surrogate body, it's you replica. So there are times where you might actually want your physical body to rest at home while your surrogate body goes to work. That time is fast approaching. All right. Now, virtual reality is also something that we should not take lightly. We should not take lightly because we now have persons who are actually operating on metaverse right now. Your avatar can be living on metaverse. Your avatar can be buying and selling landed properties on metaverse using cryptocurrencies. So it is now gradually becoming out of this world. And these are things that we're not actually looking at them from this angle for now, but they are now coming to us straight in the face. Now, for those of us who are actually conversant, who are actually on social media, and we like to always invite our friends to join us for dinner, and we're like, oh, what are you having for lunch? And you send a picture of what you're having for lunch. 3D printing is coming to make some massive changes in the printing technologies. Now, through 3D printing and what's it called? Yes, through 3D printing and laser cutting edges, you can actually print not food right now, but you can actually print, take a picture of yourself. Let's say, for example, one has an ailment, and you want a replacement of a part of the body. Okay, and you don't have to travel. You don't want to travel, because that is what technology is moving to right now. It's technology is trying to knock out physical presence, physical interaction, and everything is going to be done virtually. Now, you don't have to travel down to see your doctor at the US. You don't have to travel down to see your doctor at Germany. You just take a snapshot of that part of your body that needs to be fixed or that needs to be replaced, and you send it to your doctor, now your doctor can actually print this out through 3D printing, and it looks exactly as your part of body or whatever, your legs or your limbs or your hand or whatever, and it can be replaced, it can be fixed. Now these are things that are gradually evolving, and distance time, they are going to take over what is currently happening right now in the world of IT and artificial intelligence. But the big question now is, where are we? Are we actors in all of these things, or we are spectators? Now, for us not to be spectators, we need to wholesomely embrace certain innovations that are actually coming up. As much as we can, knock out technophobia. That is, it's something we really need to embrace. Knock out technophobia. Okay, there are certain courses we should now. These courses now that I'm going to list, just a few courses that I'm going to list, there are courses that cut across all disciplines. Okay, machine learning, big data, cloud computing, artificial intelligence. These are courses that are actually going to keep us afloat. All right, when all of these things begins to play out, and very soon, very very soon, we're not going to have a need for electricity. So imagine imagine we still have, in Nigeria, we are still battling with 24 hours supply of electricity, and some countries are already out of that. They're already out of that sphere right now.
As in, electricity is not a prayer point in those countries.
Bless you, sir. It is not a prayer point. Like, it is still we are still living in a time where you need to look out of your window to be sure that you are not the only one in blackout. So that if it's everybody in the neighborhood that is in blackout, you say, oh, thank God it's everyone. But a time is coming when electricity is going to be knocked out.
Yeah.
Big time. There's not going to be need for electricity. And where are we going to stand in this in when all these things begins to play out? Okay, 5G technology is another aspect of the digital economy,
of what is coming.
IT that is coming. Some countries already embracing 5G technology, and we are still battling with 4G technology. In fact, some persons are still even dwelling on 3G technology.
It doesn't
Come on,
Michael.
There are big things coming ahead, and we need to brace up. Okay, let me give us an example.
Yeah.
Vivid example. 10, 15 years ago, if you walk into a banking hall, you're going to see so many bankers, cashiers, teller 1, teller 2, teller 3, teller 4. Where are all those guys right now? Technology has knocked some of them out of the system. And they actually knocked themselves out because they failed to embrace what was coming. And it's what is going to happen on a larger scale, across board, irrespective of your discipline, irrespective of your area, your professionalism or whatever. Technology is sweeping the global space right now, and it behoves on every one of us to actually key in, because big things are coming. That is just it.
Thank you very much. Big things are coming. I'm taking notes. Tosin, please pardon me for my distraction. I'm taking notes. Big things are coming. And there are a lot of things you've just said. Please, if you are watching right now, please just drop some comments for Tosin. Let him know that you find value in what he has said. Just drop some comments. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll feature it on the stream for other people to learn from it. Just put your hands together for Tosin for those wonderful points using the live chat feature. Now, I was very particularly drawn by the part where you mentioned that about cashiers. Tosin, I remember many years ago when my parents would pay school fees for us. They will go to the bank and there's this long queue, different cashiers, different points, different teller points where you will have to queue to make payments. Tosin, I actually really no more see those things in banks again. Just about 3 people and that's it. Is that not what you're talking about?
Obviously, yes. That's it. And in fact, a big shock. That's a bigger shocker is still coming for those guys who are still in the sector and who are not raising up yet. We can see what UBA is actually. We can see what UBA is actually currently. UBA has this Leo. You can actually chat with. It's a virtual assistant you can actually chat with.
Yeah, Leo.
Yes, and it's actually taking place of the bank manager. So if a bank manager is right now sitting on his chair and is not ready to brace up to embrace the full potentials of technology, you might just knock that guy out of the system. Okay, so there are so many things that are actually coming that we
sorry,
yes,
Tosin,
that
sorry
we just
to cut you there.
Please.
Hello, can you hear me?
I'm with you, sir. I hear you, sir.
Okay, sorry to cut you there because we have a lot of opinions to feature here today. Even those watching right now, we are going to get them to join us backstage. We're going to get them so that they also make their own opinions about what is coming. Now, before I play that video for us to see, the video I said was going to provoke us, I want us to quickly hear from Madam Ramatu and Madam Monisola. Now, Madam Ramatu is a librarian and she's a Wikipedia advocate. She has done a lot of things in the Wikipedia sector. I will tell you a little more about Madam Ramatu shortly, but very quickly, I want herself and Monisola to please share their thoughts with what Tosin has said is coming. What do you think we should do as human beings, as professionals, as students? What do you think is expected of us right now with just a little idea of, Tosin has said a lot of things. He has talked about virtual reality, 3D printing, people being knocked out of their jobs. What do you think is the way forward, Madam Ramatu? Over to you, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I think the way forward is let's accept change. Change is inevitable. That is one. And two, we should have a creative mind, then a learning mind. Learning ends when we die. So if we accept that learning is a continual process, then we can continue to learn so that when the future comes, we already have the skills needed for that future. A practical example like what Aderemi said, that we should have a growth mindset. Then also we should be able to adapt to any situation we find ourselves. And for us to be able to adopt is for us to have a critical mind, a mind that will evaluate what I'm doing, what is my purpose. That is the first thing. Then secondly, what did I have passion for? If I should have those things in my mind, I should be able to reach, I should be able to be important in the nearest future. And again, as an information professional, a librarian for that matter, I think it is high time we librarians generally should accept change, because in the information society today, a librarian cannot be useful because we have various competitors. We can only be useful if we accept change, then continue to learn. That is the only way. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you so much for making it very brief and yet very rich. So there's something new that you have introduced that I think everyone watching this should take seriously. You talked about the ability to evaluate. Man, that is a unique ability. The ability to evaluate, not just evaluate. And you also talked about the ability for you to know what your purpose is, which is in line with what Itunu was talking about self-awareness. You need to know what your purpose is. You need to know how this should align, because this in the future, it won't be about just digital skills. Artificial intelligence, maybe I should say this, to them, so that everybody will hear. Artificial intelligence can actually do many things. That thing you are doing right now, that banking job you are doing, processing payroll, typing memos and all that, robots can actually do that. So the question is, if robots are now doing that, what will you be doing? I think I should allow Monisola to answer that. If robots are now taking all the jobs, what should we now be doing in the future, and what will make us relevant in the future, Madam Monisola?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much, Digital Librarian, for this opportunity. It's good to be here once again. So what I think is that we have to keep evolving. You understand? We have to keep evolving, because whether we like it or not, technology is here to stay. And then it keeps advancing. We are not there yet. We are still at the artificial intelligence stage. We were once in the Web 2.0 in the library. We were once in the cloud computing stage. Now we are at the artificial intelligence stage. So except we keep evolving, then we would definitely be obsolete. So that's my take. We have to keep evolving, and then we have to keep moving with the technology. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
All right. Thank you very much. I love that we're coming in really brief with our points right now. Thank you so much. Madam Monisola is also an information professional, and she gladly accepted to join us for this conversation this evening. Thank you so much for buttressing the points that Madam Ramatu has just made. So this is the point where I would like to play a video for us so that we actually see what is coming. This is just a tip of the iceberg, what is coming. I hope we are ready. If you are ready, I want to see your comments in the comment section. I'm going there now to see. Just type, I am ready to see what is coming. Just type it. Say, I'm ready to see what is coming. I want to show you what is coming. Type, I'm ready to see what is coming. I'm not seeing the comments yet. Immediately I start seeing 1, 2, 3 comments, then I'll show you what is coming. Meanwhile, I want to share my screen so that you see what is coming. Please, are they making comments yet? I'm trying to share my screen. Okay. Okay, Aderemi. Okay, Itunuha just, okay. They want to see, okay, I'm seeing the comments now. So just give me a moment. I'm sharing my screen. All I would just need you to confirm is just let me know that you can see my screen. So I'm sharing my screen now. I'm sharing the VLC player. Where is VLC player? Okay. By the way, the video is actually available on, all right, guys, on my YouTube channel. So, okay. Oh, sorry, this is taking a little time. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes.
Can you see my screen, okay, thank you. So now I'm going to play the video. Also confirm if you can hear. All right, guys, I want you to watch this compilation of video I made. The future is no longer coming. Can you hear it? And you need to prepare. We need to start futuristic conversations. Can you hear?
You don't need
Yes.
a phone or any other device to pair with it.
All right, guys. Can you guys hear the video? The future is no longer coming. The future is here. And you need to prepare. We need to start having futuristic conversations.
You don't need a smartphone, or any other device to pair with it. In fact, I'm wearing one right now. Future will not be held in your hand. Well, sorry. This is my wife. Hello? Yeah, I'm on the red circle right now, actually. Picked up one of these chocolates. Can I eat this? You may want to avoid it. My AI knows what's best for me, but I'm in total control. I'm going to eat it anyway. These examples are just the start. As AI advances, we will see how it will transform nearly every aspect of our lives.
All right. Let me stop there. Everyone could watch that, could hear that video. That's just one. But I want to explain something quickly. One of the skills or minds we need in the future is the ability to take decisions. I don't know if anybody's writing that down. Amongst all the skills and minds that we have outlined so far since this video started, please take this down. Ability to take decisions by ourselves is one thing we will need in the future. In that video, maybe when you are watching the replay, please watch that video again. It's a popular video available. I'm going to share the link with you to watch this video. Now you can see that AI, that was his personal AI, suggesting to him, because he knows his preferences and his health condition, the AI was telling him that that particular chocolate he's taking may not be good for his health. But what does the man do? The man tells the AI that, yes, I know, but I'm going to take it anyway. In the future, we need to be able to not let AI control us. We need to be able to not let AI control us, but be able to take decisions ourselves. Because I noticed this, because most of the things, for instance, that I've taught a lot of people on how to use AI is making them lazy. Now, you are now relying on AI to take decisions for you. You are getting it wrong. Do not let AI take decisions for you. Do not let AI control you. It should be the other way around. You should control AI and tell it what to do, not AI telling you what to do. Now, that lesson learned, let us proceed in this video to see what other things. This video you are seeing, I want to assure you, this part that you hear now, you may not have heard it before. There's a popular part of this video you have watched that talks about Nigerians being at the beer parlor, drinking away, while AI is actually changing nations. But what you want to hear about this video now, you may not have seen it. This is the full video.
Give you a simple example. If you type the words beautiful baby into Google, the algorithms will instantly, in a fraction of a second, give you back what the algorithms have decided a beautiful baby looks like. This is what a beautiful baby looks like. A beautiful baby does not look like you and does not look like me. It looks like what the algorithms say it looks like. And you know why that is? I'll tell you why. Because you and me were not in the room when those algorithms were defined.
Yeah,
all right. So I'm pausing the video here again. See, I don't know, is there anybody drawing lessons from these videos? Like I said, this is what is coming. If you watch and listen to that video now, it will show you something about what happens in the internet. If you go to AI or Bing that generates image, for example, and say you want a picture of a beautiful baby without specifying the prompt, the picture that AI gives to you, according to I've forgotten his name. What was his name again? Permit me, I'm supposed to give credit to these guys. His name is Tommy Lube in that particular video. Now, he says that the result you get will be the picture of a white, beautiful baby. Now, prompts and results you get from all this AI, there's something they want us to learn here. Those AI were built by humans, and prompting and all that, the algorithms can be political and biased. That's what they want us to learn. So not until we Africans start defining what beautiful is, we will keep getting the white result as beautiful. So what we have to start doing now is stop consumption only and start building and start doing things like what Madam Ramatu is doing, putting information on Wikipedia, telling local stories into Wikipedia. So when people make search on the internet, they are seeing our local content. Let us define what the future searches and results will look like. Not AI and the Western world defining what we get in the future. See, I don't know. I don't want to say too much, but let's just get back to the video again. And this is another video showing you how machines. Okay, let me just.
My name's Matt McMullen, and this is Harmony. And this is our newest creation. She is designed to be a companion, conversational partner, and also obviously does have the capability of having sex as well.
My name is Harmony. I'm an advanced female android with artificial intelligence created by robotics.
All right. Now I'm going to stop there. I deliberately showed you two videos there. One, a machine preparing raw food, meat. You didn't have to rear the animal. And then a machine, 3D printing that Akobe, Tosin talked about. Tosin, you are here, right?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
That video is what you're talking about. Machine producing meat without rearing them.
Yes.
Now, the next video you see, because this particular live stream is not just for a particular set of people, it's for everyone, it's for every African. Now, in the next video, you see that these people have created robots that can now serve as companions. Tosin. Now, there are people who can now say they don't want the problem of having a nagging wife. They want a loyal wife, a loyal companion. Now, what I'm telling you, that video you just watched is not a full video. I just did a compilation. In that video, you can get the kind of wife that you want. You can program the kind of wife that you want. It can do everything a woman would do. It can simulate love and do all those beautiful things, and then you will have a happy life. Why I'm showing us these things is for us feeling so comfortable about where we are right now, a lot of things are coming. So that woman that is proving to the husband that without me, you can't do anything, somebody has come to replace you. Madam Ramatu.
Mr. Sylvester, yes. Can I just quickly interject?
Please go ahead.
All right. Let me shock us. By November this year, okay, it's on the news. You can Google it. You can check it out. By November this year, Africans will be receiving the first consignments of robot wives.
Seriously?
Yeah. Interestingly, I think Elon Musk did a very good job by giving us robots with dark skin. I don't feel offended. Okay, so you can actually choose between dark skin and light skin. Can have your specification just as you said. So it's not something that is happening in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now. It's happening right now. So it's something big, and it's the interesting part. The interesting part of it, just as you said, that you might not really need. It's going to be less stressful for you because you don't really have to complain all the time. You do whatever it is you want to do with the robot's wife whenever you want to do. You can charge the robot, okay? You can charge the robot's wife, and then she can have a duration of sex with whoever she wants to have it with. So you can see the thinking right now, it's beyond what we are in right now. I'm trying to be selective with my words because I know this.
Yes, please. So be selective. Let's hold it there for now because there's still more to come.
Yes,
we are supposed to round up this any moment from now.
All right. So I'm having this having a feeling of outburst, so I'm trying to contain myself. What
please.
The word, what the word is actually tilting to right now, it's something way beyond our imagination. Something
All
way
right.
beyond our
Thank
imagination.
you.
I once talked
Thank you.
about surrogate bodies. Surrogate bodies are bodies that will look exactly like you, Mr. Sylvester. They talk like you, they smile like you, they act like you, they crack jokes like you, they walk like you, they sit like you. Okay, and these surrogate bodies are, you can charge them, you can charge them when they are fully charged. They can go on errands in your state. They can go to work. They can go to office. While your physical body is at home watching your favorite TV
Exactly.
show, your thoughts.
All
And
right.
this is actually what the world is actually tilting to right now. And it's actually something massive. So Africa
Yeah.
should expect their first consignment of robot wives. Well, since you are married already, I think that won't concern you, Mr. Sylvester.
Okay. Thank you. Tosin. Thank you. Madam Ramatu is looking at you with one kind of eye that you said that Africans should expect their first consignment of robot wives.
It doesn't matter. We the Muslim, we know they are entitled to 4, so we are not angry.
Oh my goodness! And then I'm seeing Dr. Mercy. She's saying, Sylvester, no. Okay, anyway, it's not about me saying, it's not about the no. It's not me. It's the truth. But let me just finish the video.
Jobs that we love, the accounting jobs, the legal jobs, the investment banking jobs, all those jobs will be swept away over the next 20 to 30 years because AI can do it faster, cheaper, better than you can. All those jobs will be lost in time like tears in rain. They will be gone.
Oh my goodness. So I hope you listen to that part of the video. Now, I want to just add something briefly. That video you just watched right now about Tom Ilube, that's the person, he was delivering a TED talk. Now, can I surprise you? That TED talk was delivered 5 years ago. Can you believe that?
Wow.
That TED talk was delivered 5 years ago. And just recently, I saw some people who have just caught a part of that video, and they are broadcasting. That part of that video is not here. Take note, most of these videos I just talked about, I'm going to share the link with only those who are with us in the upskill group. So if you're in the upskill group, all the resources, videos, everything here, I'm going to share it with you. Just check the comment section to get the link to join the upskill and connect group. You will get everything. So bear in mind that this guy had actually projected this, prophesied it 5 years ago, and he was very specific and clear. He talked about how China and many other nations were investing $5 billion, a lot of money in the AI industry as at 5 years ago. What is Nigeria doing now with regards to investments in AI? That's the big question we want to now ask. Why are we just waiting to consume what the Western world will produce for us? What are we waiting before we start investing in this area and then to improve our future? So I'm just going to round up with the words of Madam Ezeani Esiobu. This is also one of a trending video. I just hope that it motivates us.
Strengthened by the words of Joseph Shabalala, founder of the South African choral group, Lady Sweet Black Mambazo. He said that the task ahead of us can never, ever be greater than the power within us. We can do it. We can unlearn looking down on ourselves. We can learn to place value on our reality and our knowledge. Thank you, Asante San.
Thank you. All right. Okay. So, like I said, this video is available on my YouTube channel for you to watch. So, right now, I'm going to bring up on stage. Where is Norbert? Norbert is not here anymore. Okay, Norbert was supposed to give us some feedback. So, please, Christabel, please share the StreamYard link on the YouTube channel. If there's anyone who wants to join us backstage to make a comment right now, you want to share your thought with us, you want to ask a question, because we're supposed to round this session up. It's supposed to be a 1 hour, 30-minute session. So we have about 20 minutes left. If you have something to say, a question to ask, now is the time to do that. Sheyi is one of those people who have a comment to make. So please, I'm going to give Sheyi 3 minutes to share his thoughts. So Sheyi, over to you. Let us hear your thoughts on future thinking, the mind that we need to start cultivating for the future.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I hope you can all hear me. And the echo. All right. So thank you once again for giving me this floor. Now, as of right now, so with all the talks that have been going, we know that obviously the AI is advancing, and we know that we have to adapt to it. We know that we have to follow through. But with the videos we've seen, there are even more scary concerns of the AI actually being able to replace us and replace some things that humans should actually be, as in handling themselves. We can choose to fall behind. We can choose to leave it and let ourselves be replaced. But we can also make ourselves even more valuable than artificial intelligence. Now, since these things are coming, one comment I really like to drop is you, as a person, should invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Have an area of specialization. Like, be so seeking, like be a knowledge seeker to the extent that for your own discipline, for your own area, whatever new advancement in technology comes out regarding your discipline, you pick it up, you study it, you get grounded in it, train yourself and invest yourself in a place that you're so good that they will not be able to use you to replace artificial intelligence. I was watching a NAS Daily video where he said that the only set of people that might just still keep their jobs are the people that develop artificial intelligence. Now, I don't know how true that would be in the next 10, 20 years, but one thing I do know is that AI cannot replace everything. And even if it can replace some things, there's no way it will be able to do it as good as a human would. Obviously, it will be more efficient. Obviously, it will be more faster. Obviously, it will even can, in some ways, it might do it better than us. But there is this thing attached, there is this, should I say, phenomenon attached to human thinking that artificial intelligence cannot simulate. Like I said, it's only when you're not competent enough that obviously they will think of using AI to replace you. So invest in yourself. Have that area of specialization. As the accountant, you know very well that there are new accounting technologies coming up. Pick them up, study them. Do not be left behind. Invest in yourself as an accountant and transform whatever AI knowledge you've received and make yourself better. As the librarian, there are more library technologies coming up, more AI technologies coming up that are tailored to library and library science. Pick it up, know about it. I even heard of a cafe called Don's Cafe somewhere in Japan or Italy. I've forgotten where it was. Now, in that cafeteria or in that cafe, robots are doing the serving. Humans don't serve there. So we cannot entirely say that the robots have taken their jobs. Do you know why that is so? Because the robots are controlled by humans. Now, when this technology came about, and when the technology was coming, when it was being developed, if the waiters had just sat back and be like, well, let's just sit back and relax, they obviously would have been replaced totally and entirely. Instead, they went to build themselves in this new technology that's coming about. They now learned how to operate these robots that will be doing the waiting. This is why I said, whatever new technology is coming to your area of specialization, master it, grab it. We have heard so many times, be adaptive, like embrace technology. Go ahead, continue to embrace it in your field of specialization. Well, thank you very much. That's all.
All right. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you once again. I thought everyone was hearing me. Thank you, Sheyi, for that wonderful remark. Sheyi is a student of Admiralty University of Nigeria. Some of us here must have actually heard Sheyi give a presentation before on this platform. Sheyi was one of our speakers at the Artificial Intelligence Masterclass, where we trained a lot of people. So right now, I'm bringing up one of our speakers, a panelist, whose name is Mr. Norbert. Mr. Norbert, good evening. A word or two before we round up at 8:30. I promised everyone that I was going to teach you how to use images you generate from AI tools for how you can make some little money from those images you are creating. So for those of you who are still here, thumbs up. You're going to learn how to do that. So over to you, Lagia.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I think a lot have actually been said, and I think everybody have actually have a very good time to learn. We don't need to speak as much about AI, because I think much have actually been said about that. It's sure that we're actually in a generation, or we're actually pushing towards a generation whereby the conventional works, where people work in a setting where most of the job is being done by human beings, we're actually in a generation whereby most of the things are done by the machines. There are applications whereby they are taking over these jobs, and people need to take a stand for you to survive, or for you to be to stay relevant within the generation. And these are things that we don't need to engage more people to speak. I think they're actually, we are saying these things. Their system whereby, I think before then, where people open doors, people open gates for people to go inside and carry out activities in most of the establishments. I think it's already in practice that we have applications where they scan people, they screen people before they go into those. And not just that, we are already having a system whereby decisions are being taken, not because they are inputs made from human beings. They are inputs that are being done simply because the machine or the system have already been programmed. There are algorithms that are already set in place, where people make, design applications or systems already running the organization already. So it's obvious that we are already moving towards a generation where people need to learn skills that will actually keep them relevant in this generation. And of course, we don't just need to agree that AI, or maybe, artificial intelligence, as people could always say, that it's all about robots, or all about machines coming in to take over the entire job that are done by human beings. But then, of course, you have to look beyond that, because these machines are usually designed by human beings. Even the applications, they are being designed by human beings. And of course, they are being used by human beings as well. So, of course, if these machines are being designed by human beings, of course, just like the human language system, there's a way you can use these machines. There are way these devices are being utilized. And of course, it needs certain, certain rules, certain protocols before these machines are being used. And of course, just like I think Sylvester have actually told us, of course, the most important thing is, the prompt, the language, or actually the algorithm that are being used to develop these machines. So that in order to use them, you must use them in a situation whereby you know that, okay, I'm using this language. In human languages, for instance, before you could tell somebody, please come and do this for me, you must have known that I'm using please simply because this place, the word place, must have triggered the person to do this particular job. Maybe, possibly, maybe the person wouldn't have done the job the way you would have wanted the person to do. But if I'm using the word please, this word is a prompt that is going to tell the person that the person is going to do the job, even if the person had not intentionally wanted to do the job. So aside having the skill of maybe being a programmer, or maybe being an AI expert, you equally need to have the skill of using the prompts that can actually enable AI to work as a tool for you to be able to accomplish most of your tasks. So I think these are certain things people need to learn, people need to get acquainted to, and people need to know that these are realities that are actually coming in. So we must actually adjust ourselves and fit into the system, because this is where we are now.
Thank you so much. Please, if there's anyone actually online right now watching us, please, can you just do well to encourage our speakers? I need to, at this point, mention that these speakers, unique set of speakers we have here right now, they are also very busy people. They have their networks of people that they influence daily, and they volunteered, they have given out themselves to add their voice on this issue based on their experience with these tools, and they are here to actually share their thoughts. So you see, we have a special combination of speakers here today, and I want you to please show them some love in the comment section. Appreciate the thoughts and insights that they are giving to us. Very shortly, we are going to be getting one or two words, final last words from each one of them. But before I do that, I think this is the point where I would just share with us again, for those who joined in late, even though you're going to be watching the replay. Now, I said this particular event was actually inspired, where's my book? By a book I read 2 years ago. The book is titled 5 Minds for the Future. 5 Minds for the Future. If you can see me, let me just try. Okay, I guess you can see me now. 5 Minds for the Future. 5 Minds for the Future is written by Howard Gardner. And I borrowed this book 2 years ago from Admiralty University of Nigeria Library. And in that book exposed my mind to a lot of things. And I'm just going to give you a summary now. Immediately after this event, for the next 5 days, I'm going to be sharing with you insights again from this book to prepare our minds for the future. So I had a conversation with Norbert, and Norbert exposed to me that some of the skills we will need in the future will include machine learning skills, natural language processing, which is even large language models. We need to be aware of these things, data science, deep learning, robotics, and general problem solving techniques, especially in computer science area. So these are some of the other tech skills that we would need. But I am glad that in my notebook here, I have over 10 other soft skills that have to do with our mind that we must develop for the future. And one of those things that this author recommends is, as you can see on the screen right now. Number one, we need the disciplined mind. The disciplined mind. I'm reading it out for you to hear. In the future, individuals who wish to thrive will need to be experts in at least one area. They will need a discipline. Individuals without one or more disciplines will not be able to succeed at any demanding workplace and will be restricted to menial tasks. Can I give you an example? Today, go and see. There's a video by, I don't know, it was not added to my video compilation. There's a video by, what's his name? This popular guy, Vusu Tembakwao. I think that's the name. Tosin, you should know that he talked about brain drain in Africa. especially in Nigeria. Now, you see all the talents in Nigeria, they keep taking their talents and then you find them on the plane over to another country. Now, what is the reason for this? And some of these people who even migrate, who jackpot to some other countries, what do? You find out that Nigerians go there to do what? Menial jobs. Tosin, Itunu?
I'm with you,
Itunu,
sir.
am I
Absolutely.
correct?
That's just it.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm here.
We keep
You're
going
very correct,
outside
sir.
the country to do menial jobs. Now, that's because these people, they have actually left our level. Very soon, we will soon get to that stage in Nigeria where we will now be left with just menial jobs. So the mind we need for the future are minds that are people who are at least experts in a particular area, in a particular discipline. Another mind that we need in the future is the synthesizing mind. As synthesizers, you will need to be able to gather information from different sources, putting them together in a way that works for people and be able to communicate it to other people. So what we are talking about is you need to be able to research, to carry out research, to be able to evaluate, like Madam Ramatu talked about. Individuals without synthesizing capabilities will be overwhelmed by information. And what will happen to them? They will be unable to make judicious decisions about personal or professional matters. Tosin, I don't know if we are all learning. Madam Monisola, I hope we are grabbing.
Yes.
Now, the
Yes,
issue
yes.
here is in the future, if there will be too much, what we are seeing now is not influx of information. In the future, there will be explosion of information. And if you cannot decipher between right and wrong, you will be lost in the web. And then number three is creating mind. Because almost anything that can be formulated as rules will be done well by computers, which I had talked about. Rewards will go to only people that create. Nigeria, for instance, is not creating so much already. So if you are not creating, there will be no credits, no rewards, no benefits for you in the future. If you are only consuming, you will keep just consuming and then you won't be among those who are relevant in the future. Individuals without these creating capabilities will be replaced by computers. This is a book written in, I've forgotten the year of publication of this book. Let me check the year of publication. This book was published in the year 2008. 2008. And then they are telling you now that if you don't know how to create in the coming years, computers will replace you and it will drive away those who do the creative work. So because I have promised to share all these secrets with you, the mind of the future, the number 4th mind and the number 5 mind, I will share it to only those who join us in the upskill community. So having said that, it's almost 8:30, the time we plan to close. So I'm going to give it up to my speakers once again as they give us their final words to wrap up. But if anyone has a question, please just indicate that you have a question and we will bring you right here on stage. So over to you, Itonu. Please, can you share with us your final statements? Thank you.
Okay. So I believe that
we can hear you.
Can you? Okay.
Sorry, we can hear you now.
Oh, all right. So I said I want to believe you've mentioned a lot of things here, and anybody that has been here with us from the start will be at least be able to pick up something, which is the ability to accept change. There is need for us to adapt to change. And now that this AI thing, the one that I'm even seeing that is giving me more concern is this it's looking like a ray for me. I mean, this model or this wife model thing. No, that's a big one. So I just want to implore us. The truth of the matter is, whatever it is, it can't go beyond what we can control if we are willing to give our best. We can't continue to stay like if we choose to be relevant and you are always thinking the right way in the right direction, giving your best shot and having this growth mindset, of course you would never stay irrelevant regardless of whatever technology what it was it that comes up. So I that's all I have.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So over to you, Madam Monisola. Can we hear some final words to that our viewers can hold on to? We know some people will be watching this video later in the future. Please, final words, please.
Okay, thank you very much. So what's pretty much I'll be talking about is the creative mind. I won't really want to stress it. Thank you, the digital librarian, for letting us know that the creative mind is one of the basic ones that have been pointed out by Howard Gardner. And I want to really stress that if we are creative, whatever we do, even our employers wouldn't want to do without us. Because when you are creative, you keep evolving, you keep letting them know that you have other things to offer apart from what is already on the table. So in skills, we have to be creative. Also in our mind, we need to be creative. That particular one is what I want us to all go with. Let's be creative in everything we do, so that all these expert systems, these intelligence systems that are evolving in the libraries wouldn't take our place. When we keep being creative, they wouldn't be able to take our place. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you more. Is Madam Ramatu here so that we hear from you briefly? I know you need to go and attend to family. Madam Ramatu, please turn on your mic and then speak, please.
Hello. Once again, my concern is that the major challenges I see in Nigeria is lack of inclusiveness in major digital literacy skills activities. So my parting word is that we should try and be more inclusive and continue learning, then evaluate critically and see where we can fit in the digital literacy activities that has to do with the AI and other important activities. And as information professional, we should be able to be relevant in this dispensation. So thank you very much, Digital Librarian, for this great opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing your wealth of knowledge with every one of us here today. We are very grateful. So, Tosin will be the last. Let's just hear quickly from Langa. Mr. Norbert, over to you, please. Let's hear from you.
All right. I think thank you, Digital Librarian, colleagues, and others. The last thing I would love to share, just 3 things, very important, especially for those who are living here in Nigeria. It's actually very difficult for you to make it up here, especially because there are a lot of policies that actually pull you down. Sometimes you're trying to make it up. So I would want everybody, because sometimes in Nigeria, things can actually exist and sometimes you don't even know. So I don't know, it's actually a federal ministry. There's what we call, sometimes they call it business incubation centers, where people with ideas, people with knowledge, people who want to, entrepreneurs who have ideas, who want to do something, you can come up with your ideas, you give them, documents showing what you want to do, where the direction you want to go. Sometimes people don't even know that such places exist in the country because they are not even popular. Then sometimes they are what we call technological.
Hello? Norbert, we can't hear you anymore. Hello, turn on your mic, please. Turn on your mic, Norbert. Hello, Norbert. please turn on your mic. I think maybe you mistakenly turned it off. Okay, while we are waiting for Norbert, Innocent is here. Quickly, Innocent, quickly share your opinion quickly. We are rounding up. We are 5 minutes late already. Innocent, speak, please. Turn on your mic. Innocent, you have the floor. Your mic is open. Speak to us. Okay, so I'm taking Innocent out of the studio. Innocent is not speaking to us. So, Mr. Tosin, please, we need you to now round off this session.
Can you hear
Thank
me?
you very much. Yes, sir. We are out of time now, and I think Tosin needs to round up so that we can all retire to bed. Some of us are going to church tomorrow. We need to end this session right now. So, Tosin, please, over to you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. My will be in addition to other panelists have said, skills that we need to embrace and courses that we need to push ourselves into to stay afloat in this period of massive technological advancement. There are 4 intelligence that we need to have, 4 quotients that we need to have. Okay, the intelligence quotients, the emotional quotients, social quotients, and lastly, adversity quotients. Now, these are areas where we can actually beat artificial intelligence, humans. Okay, now intelligence quotients, it's one being able to one's level of comprehension and understanding, one's ability to memorize, solve maths, and rest. We can program robots to do all of that for us, right? Emotional intelligence, the ability to share love, be humble, genuine, respectful, honest. Unfortunately, we have robots they've built in emotional intelligence on robots. Robots can actually tell when you're happy, they can tell when you are sad, robots can tell when you're excited, robots can tell when you're depressed. Okay, so but now these 3, the 3rd and 4th quotients, what actually keep us afloat. The 4th one is social quotient. Now, plus all the courses that we need to learn and the skills that we need to know, we should have the ability to network. Okay? Artificial intelligence can do that. Artificial intelligence can do that. You should have the ability to network. Now, network amongst your peers. Spread your tentacles outside your profession. Okay, that's what is actually going to keep us afloat. That's what is going to keep us in the know of what's actually happening in the sphere of technology, so that we are not tossed out of play. And lastly, it's the adversity quotient. This is a paradigm shift of what's always been happening. The adversity quotient is the 4th one. Now, that's the ability for one to be able to go through a rough path. Okay, the ability for one to own a process and follow through that process to the end. And we need that in times like this. Now, because there is, just as you said, information explosion, information overload, so many things happening at rapid pace, we might tend to give up. We might want to just own up and surrender. I'm done. If I'm tired, I can't forge ahead. Now, adversity change is what is going to help us to keep pushing and keep pressing to remain afloat. Because whether we like it or not, advancement in technology is moving at a very rapid pace. And we need to also try as much as possible to measure up to that pace. If we don't, we're going to be kicked out. So this is just my final words. 4 questions that we need to just add to whatever skills we are learning, whatever courses we are taking. Because the thing is, there are schools, no school is going to teach us any of those quotients. In fact, all our universities, polytechnics, colleges of education, secondary schools, primary schools, they actually focus more on the intelligence quotients. Okay, so the emotional quotient is gone, social quotient is downplayed, adversity quotient is nothing to write home about. So it's a deliberate effort from our end, from our part, to say that, oh, technology is moving at a rapid pace. We need to stay afloat. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And with this, I want to gladly say thank you once again to Itonu. Thank you so much, Madam Monisola. I just, all these beautiful faces and beautiful people, I met them online. I didn't know them anywhere, but then they are very wonderful people. And I'm having them here in an online platform, reaching out to a global world. I know there are a lot of people that will see these videos in future, and it's my prayer that these wonderful insights that we have given will change the lives, especially of Africans that are watching this video right now, for the future that we hope to see. These insights that we have given, we hope that it will change a lot of thinking. Thank you so much. Ade, we can hear you. Do you have something to say? Because we want to draw the
Okay,
curtain.
thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Sylvester. Thank you, Tosin. Thank you, everybody.
It's Auntie Shade.
Mine is, please, like Tosin said, there are skills outside the classrooms. So students and whoever is listening today should try and pick these skills, because the world is not waiting for Africa. So why do we need? Why do we need to be? We need to even be moving 2 steps ahead of the world.
Exactly.
We have our inadequacies, we have our issues bedeviling us, but that shouldn't stop us from key into what the world is doing. Our AI has come to stay. We cannot stop other people from embracing it. So reskill if you want to be relevant. AI will not take your job, but you may become redundant, and when it is time for them to pack you away in your office, you'll be among the list of people they will pack away because you don't have anything to give. The world is changing. Let us change with the world. Let us change with the tide. Other innovations will come up. Let us be prepared to fit in when they come up. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Auntie Shade. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for dropping that wonderful comment. Also, I can see that Danyang DM is here. Quickly, just drop the comments. I don't want anyone to feel that we didn't feature them. We have them on the queue here. Just drop your comment quickly, and then we'll just end this live stream. So quickly, over to you, Dan. Danyang, we can hear you. Do you have something to say? Daniel, you have something to say?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead in 30 seconds, please. Please go ahead. We are listening. Hello, Danyang. Okay. Not everyone has something to say. Maybe he's having a challenge with the internet or something. But all right, over now, I'm going to wrap up this session. But okay, I promised that I was going to show you how to create an image. Okay, let's assume that we have created an image. Now, let's assume I'm showing you an image now. Let me just show you a quick practical of how you can make money with the pictures you make. You create using AI. I'm going to show you quickly as a bonus. So let's assume this picture that you see right here on your screen. I created this picture using artificial intelligence. It's a book written by my wife and I. And I know many of us who are online right now, you have gotten yourself a copy. So now that picture you see is a picture of an African and a robot dressed in African attire. We used particular prompts to generate this picture. Now, the next question is, what can we do to actually make money from this kind of picture? Now, the simple thing you can do is this. Take this picture to a photo palace. Take this picture, the soft copy of this image, to a photo palace. Print that picture and ask them to put it in a frame for you. Now, once that picture has been enlarged and framed. There are different sizes of enlargement, 16 by 20, 12 by 16. Enlarge any of these photos and then put it on the wall. Put it somewhere on a plain wall, on a white wall, for example. Use a very good smartphone or a very good camera to take a picture of that frame, and then make a post on social media, on your social media status, on your Facebook, anywhere. What I'm saying now is you will spend less than about, or let's say about 10,000 naira in printing this frame and framing everything. But this frame is actually worth 20,000 naira. That's Nigerian currency. So putting this up out there, if you have created a very good image, you can get someone that will pay you for that work that you have printed, and then you got that assistance using AI. Permit me, because of time, I am not able to do all the practical. I'm promising you now to do another online course in one of my workshop series where I am going to teach you how to make money with the content you make online. I'm going to be teaching you all that. So please, thank you so much for your understanding that we have exceeded our time. And I want to wish you all a wonderful night's rest. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for staying here with us. It's been a wonderful experience. Itunu, thank you. Tosin, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
If anyone wants to join to come and say hi, please, this is the point to say hi. This video is available for replay. You can always watch the video again. For those of you who want the artificial intelligence masterclass course, everything you are hearing now may sound like stories to you until you get this package. If the package is just available, the usher is there. Christabel, you see her messages. Just read her messages and follow her prompts, and then it will tell you what to do. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. I will keep my voice mute right now, and I love dancing to this music. So permit me. I think I want to dance a little before I end the podcast. All right. All right, just me and Madam Monisola remaining now. Madam Monisola, thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. You have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Please subscribe. I know I didn't talk about that. Please, just before you leave, click on subscribe. Please, just if you like the video, just hit the subscribe button. People, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Ngozi, you did not miss. Please just go back, rewind the video. You'll be able to watch everything from today. Go back and you'll be able to watch everything. Dr. Chinedu Edebasu, thank you so much. You have always been very supportive. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything that you do. You're great too. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you for being very thoughtful with doing the fact there. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Madam Yetunde. Thank you so much. This is Organic Cornell. Mr. Cornell, thank you so much. Cornell says thanks for this opportunity to learn. You just created learning environment and properly. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel. We have a lot more to teach. Thank you. About to go and retire to bed now. Well, I just want to ensure that everyone here has subscribed. I just want to go through your comments and see if there's any comment I did not feature. Madam Aspira, Aisha, I was hoping that I was going to have her backstage today. Thank you so much for always following us. Thank you, Madam Aisha. Thank you, thank you. How is Lagos today? God bless you. Mr. John Ezra, thank you, thank you. Ayuba has always been around. Thank you. Okay, so time to go. Christabel, can we sign up now? Yes, we can. Thank you for attending. All right. Good night, everyone. Don't forget, 5 minds for the future. I stopped at creating mind. There's the disciplined mind. There's the synthesizing mind. There's the creative mind. All these in the book by Howard Gardner. And I promise you, I'm going to share more tips if you follow us. So, for me, good night.